When we think about that, then I am compelled to say that no, there is one logic to defend the action of Donald Trump. What is that logic? Some of his predecessors had done similar invasion and atrocities without any logic. So the illogic, stupid, imperialist activities of his predecessor is that one and only point on which he can say, no, I am not the only one who have done it. Bush Senior and Bush Junior did it. Due to paucity of time, I don't want to go into other eminent colleagues of mine are there. But one point we need to remember, the attack on Iraq, what was the logic of Bush? Weapons of mass destruction Iraq has, Saddam Hussein has. Later on, what we have seen, that Iraq was attacked. If Iraq had some weapons of mass destruction, they might have used it for self-defense. Isn't it? Nothing of that had happened. Saddam Hussein was caught, and in a mock trial, he was murdered. It was international terrorism executed by Bush. There is no international legal system where he could be tried and convicted for international terrorist collective assassination of hundreds and thousands of people in Iraq. Donald Trump's attack, over 80 Venezuelans, innocent Venezuelans have been murdered. That is the figure available. Then 32 comrades of Cuba who were in internationalist duty, they were murdered. It is known that some of those who were part of the military of the aggressor, they also had different forms of casualty, but that is shrouded in mystery. That information is not available. Maybe some other time this would come. Now, the statements Donald Trump made, he also had rechristened the imperialist 19th century policy, Monroe Doctrine. He, with his aides, helped rechristened this as Monroe Doctrine. In his own name, he transformed that imperialist policy. That the Americas, in Latin America, Central America, no other power can have any presence. Latest, maybe we would be compelled now to extend solidarity with the people of Greenland also, apart from Mexico, Colombia, Central America, Latin America, and also. Canada, we don't know. Trump wants Canada as another province of United States of America. I don't know how many of you would remember a cartoon drawn by very famous Indian cartoonist R.K. Lakshman. This is at the times of Bush. Bush looking at the globe and exclaiming himself, it would be better the rest of the world can be converted as the latest addition to United States of America. This is the cartoon. I still remember. It was in Times of India. So long and short, to some people, using the word imperialism is out of place. What is this old hackneyed term, imperialism? Where is imperialism like that? If someone has that doubt, they only need to look at the actions of Donald Trump and United States of America. We have a term, carrot and stick policy. Now Donald Trump has a policy of dollar and bomb policy. The offer he has put before the 57,000 citizens of Greenland is that we take over Greenland, the mineral-rich Greenland. USA wants to take over. And for 57,000 Greenlanders, for each, we are going to give $1 million each. This is the offer. That's why I say bomb and dollar policy. Now coming to the stand of the government of India. As Comrade Prakash Karat mentioned in a sentence, this policy of Narendra Modi government doesn't have any resonance with the view of the people of India. Indian people had to fight imperialism, British imperialism. This is the recent history. How can we compromise with the new imperialist force, United States of America? When they attacked Vietnam, there was a slogan, Amara Naam, Tumhara Naam, Vietnam, Vietnam. Therefore, we need to say today, Amara Naam, Tumhara Naam, Venezuela, Venezuela. This slogan should reverberate in every corner of our country. This is equally relevant for Cuba, equally relevant for Palestine. Here, we heard Urdu, Hindi, and English. When I conclude, I would be uttering few words in Spanish, because Venezuela is a Spanish country. But few lines in my mother tongue, Malayalam, is very relevant here. It's by a poet. എങ്ങ് മനുഷ്യനു ചങ്ങല കൈകളിൽ അങ്ങൻ കയ്യുകൾ നൊന്തിയിടുകയാണ് എങ്ങോ മർദ്ദനം അവിടെ പ്രഹരം വീഴുവതിന്റെ പുറത്താകുന്നു. It's a universal truth of those who stand in defense of democracy, independence. The poet says, wherever people are in chains, I feel I too am in chains. Wherever people are persecuted, I feel that I am persecuted. This used to be the tradition that we upheld during our freedom struggle and later. And Indian people follow that approach. But government of India under Narendra Modi, this glorious tradition is totally abandoned by them. And the people of Gaza was suffering. Young children and women were tortured and murdered by Zionists with the support of United States of America. Modi's government not only did not extend solidarity with the people of Palestine, but some Adani factory in Hyderabad, in collaboration with Israel, they were making weaponized drones, and those were exported to persecute and massacre innocent children, women and old people in Palestine. So that time onwards, the pro-imperialist naked policy, foreign policy of the government of India is not at all acceptable to the people of India. Therefore, while extending our solidarity with those who are subjected to imperialist aggression, today it is Venezuela. Against Cuba, there is a virtual economic war, the embargo. And US President openly says, one of his ministers, he may be, Marco Rubio would be president of Cuba soon, I think, like that. Then about Greenland, about Mexico, about Panama Canal, about Canada. Imperialist, expansionist approach is nakedly, openly is uttered by imperialist forces. Indian people stands against imperialism. But government of India, the fascistic RSS-controlled Narendra Modi government is taking a foreign policy which has nothing to do with Indian tradition, which has nothing to do with the ethos of Indian people. This also we need to criticize. Once again, extending solidarity with the friends and people of Venezuela, of Cuba, of Palestine, and all other people of different continents. I conclude, Hastala Victoria